this next week after we get their moms moved away across the road. We'll start feeding them some oats probably. Just a little bit with some hay in the trough. So they get used to having it. Mind you, they were out with their moms on that field of oats. The regrowth stuff, and there is lots of oat heads in there, so I don't think the transition will be hard for them. Hello, beautifuls. Guess what? It's moving day. Get out of the blue truck, and I forgot that I pretty much ripped the handle right off it the other day, so I gotta open it from the outside. Oops. Darn it. It's pretty often we have to fix the handles on this truck. I don't know why that is, but that's the way it is. Good old truck though. You can hardly find a truck with a 6-foot box anymore. That's a 4-wheel drive that will fit the quad and everything else we need in it. Just looking at some fence where we're moving the cows down to. In the far corner over there is the oat stubble. That was part of the video where we said this is the furthest from the house to the east. And I'm standing on the barley stubble. It was the last piece that we combined. And that was quite the day. I was just looking through that last night and I was like, oh man, everything that could go wrong went wrong that day, almost, it felt like. Look at those mountains. Gorgeous. Hoping they've been long enough that the weaned moms don't figure to go back up to say hi to their calves anymore, because today's Monday and we weaned them Wednesday. That's a good long time. Just look at that mess in there. Dead ahead where those bales are falling apart. Those are barley straw bales we bought in 3 years ago. Now, saying that, the cows love old barley straw. At least our cows do. So we could use it as bedding or they'll eat it. However, the wrap has come off almost all of these. So we have to use the tractor to drag them out of here. And these were baled pretty tough actually, which is unfortunate because there's quite a bit of rot in them, which isn't great. It's kind of a cool, foggy Friday morning here in December. I bet it's the 5th today. I could be wrong. It's been known to happen, but you know, I hate to admit it. We're gonna start feeding the heifer calves today some oats. It won't be as big a shock to them as it is sometimes. And by shock, I don't mean like we drown them in oats. But they've been out on that oat piece with their moms. And so they've already had a good taste of oats from that. So I'll bring you back here and show you how we do that. Right now we have a couple of different areas open for the cows. We're kind of hoping that they would get off the piece that's closer to the house. We like to save that for when we're having roll-out bales. But we'll move them down here on purpose pretty quick. They made a bit of a mess there, eh? Well, sometimes we get these feed bunks taken out of the corral. This year, I guess that was a job we didn't do. So we're gonna clean the snow out of these troughs so that the hay can go in there, and then we're gonna sprinkle some oats on top of that. If my oat math is right, Glenn and I were talking about it, the pail of oats is about 20 pounds, and we only have 23 replacement heifers. So if we put out one pail for them, that's just under a pound of oats each. You can see it's just enough to get them started. It doesn't hurt to work with them now and then too. They're not going to stay locked up in this pen for too long. We'll get them coming to eat from the corral for another week or so, and then depending on the weather, we'll kick them out. So people sometimes ask us what they should feed their animals, ratios and stuff, you know, hay, whatever, sort of grain and stuff, and we always sort of just say talk to your local ag people, because what your area has to offer is going to be different than ours. I might have to pay attention here for a sec. These guys don't know what they're doing. Oh, but this little group went through the gate. Ran right past the troughs. That figures. Heifers. My goodness. Oh, that one's a little loose. Probably from those oat bales. Oh, looky who found the troughs. Glenn says we like to give them 10 minutes with it the first day and make sure everybody's eating. As long as they're eating, we'll give them longer. But if a bunch of them left and only a couple were standing there eating, that's a cause for concern for sure. So that is not the case this morning. So we on purpose didn't fluff them first. By fluff, I mean push their bale up so they could get at it. So they were a little bit hungry. It's not like they didn't have access to it, but it's just easier if it's pushed up with the tractor bucket. What'll happen with these guys sometimes, especially in the early days, is somebody will step in the trough and it'll just spook everybody, and you don't want to be in here with them when that happens, because they just bolt and they don't care if you're in the way. We got one standing in the trough. Hopefully she just gets out. There we go. Okay. There's a little bit of built up ice in the bottom that I couldn't get out with the shovel, and that's giving them a little traction. There was one full on standing in that one earlier. Looks like they're finishing it up. Or they're getting bored, you know, teenagers. Somebody's eating a pumpkin or something over there. Somebody did it. They went stampeding for the corner. I didn't get it on film because I was trying to get over the fence. I just don't know which way they're gonna go. They cleaned the oats up pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Leave them in here for a bit. Won't hurt them to be in this big crowd. See if they're any better at this the second day. Come on, girls. Breakfast. Let's go. Hop. Let's go. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're just showing off today. Day 2, eh? Day 3, they won't get it. Guaranteed. Everybody seems to want to have some of that. Okay, end of day 2. Anyway, we're gonna look in these troughs. We left them for a bit, so they've been working at it for about 15 minutes while we went down to check the water for the cows. Just want to make sure there's no big piles of oats left in there. Oh, something that they can pick away at, but nothing major. It's good. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video for this week, and we'll bring you back next week. Probably letting these guys out to get some more exercise out in the field. They're a little bit of a pain to bring in for morning feed, but they do eventually get the hang of it.